Today we're hiking 14 miles in the Grand Teton National Park from Jenny Lake to Lake Solitude, including stops at Hidden Falls and Inspiration Point. We'll start with a ferry ride across Jenny Lake. This lake was formed by glaciers about 12,000 years ago and saves some time for our group as we head to the west shore. Now, the ferry reduces hiking distance by about 2.2 miles, and definitely worth it if the lines are not long. Coming back, it can be a little bit longer. Okay, so we're going to go from 6,700 feet to a little over 9,000 feet up to Lake Solitude, and we'll have some stops along the way at Inspiration Point and also Hidden Falls. Now here's a map, just shows the terrain. We're going to start with this first section. The first mile is fairly steep. Going up, we stop at Hidden Falls. They're approximately 100 feet high, and it's a good spot for hikers to kind of take a break and put on some bug spray. And the area offers some great views of some of these glacial features that are typical of the park. Next, we'll climb to Inspiration Point. It is 7,200 feet. The path is steep and rocky, but provides a great view of Jenny Lake and the valley below. Inspiration Point is just under 1 mile, or about 1,500 meters hike, with a 550-foot elevation gain. That's at 170 meters. Average slope about 116%. So here you can see some of the most difficult parts of this hike up, but the view is amazing. Highly recommend it. Many just go to Inspiration Point and then back, but we're going to continue on to Lake Solitude. Now we enter Cascade Canyon. It's 3 miles, relatively flat, and has a lot of the wildlife and other things in this area. It's important habitat for these, diverse wildlife. You may see a moose, bear, or other animals in this area. Just important to stay away from them, keep your distance. Okay, a couple tips for hiking this. Afternoon thunderstorms are common. Early starts are maximize daylight use. Also bring water, snacks, a map, and first aid kit. Layered clothing is a great idea because of the variable weather. It gets kind of cold at the top with Lake Solitude at 9,000 feet. It's a bit windy up there as well. Carry some bear spray and be familiar with its use. Don't mix up bug spray and bear spray. Results could be bad. Make noise also to avoid surprising the bears. These young men did a great job at that. Alright, also wear sturdy hiking boots to manage the rough terrain. And also leave no trace. Make sure you pack out all the trash and respect the wildlife. Okay, so just a couple other fun facts as we're going through this journey. There's human activity dating back about 11,000 years in this area. A lot of hunting in this area. The Teton's highest peak is Grand Teton. It's 13,775 feet. The geological age of this park. The park contains some of the oldest rocks in North America, nearly 2.7 billion years old. So also wildlife diversity, home to more than 1,000 plant species and 300 bird species. Again, because of the noise, excellent noise-making capabilities of these young men, we probably saw much fewer of those, but still had a great time, saw a lot of wildlife. Beyond the wildlife, John D. Rockefeller played a key role in expanding the park. He purchased the land in the 1930s. Glaciers, you see a lot of evidence of glaciers and big boulders that have been moved. They've significantly shaped the park's landscape, including the lakes and valleys. And the first recorded ascent of Grand Teton was in 1898. The park includes lots of ecosystems from alpine tundra to wetlands. Here we are at Lake Solitude. So this involves a significant elevation gain. We reached over 9,000 feet. And this is our end point of the trail. There's an alpine lake surrounded by peaks. Overall, an excellent journey, great way to refresh and recharge for the hike back down. Now, plenty of water. You can also bring a water filter If you want to carry all your water up, great way to stay hydrated, cool off, take some pictures, and then hike back down. Lots of water along the whole trail. Some of the young men decided to take a dip or go down some of the natural water slides. Overall, great experience, and we definitely do it again. Thanks for joining us for our adventure, and hope you enjoyed the scenery and the information about the hike.